Hi, my name is Boaz Levin. I'm a curator and writer based in Berlin. I'm the curator of this exhibition, Mining Photography, the Ecological Footprint of Image Production, together with Esther Rülfs. This exhibition, Mining Photography, basically tells a material history of the medium of photography from the 19th century to the present, showing how it's been intertwined from the moment it was invented in the international trade and also in the extraction of so-called natural resources. So basically it shows how photography couldn't have existed without a trade in, let's say, silver and copper in the 19th century. Salt was also essential. Of course, the production of paper and from cotton, and later gelatin, which is produced from animals. So the show offers a new perspective on this medium, but also in a way about a new perspective on how we interact with the world through images. And in a sense, it shines a light on all the things that we take for granted when we look at a photographic image. All the labor that goes into its production or into enabling it to be, allowing it to be produced, which is often kind of marginalized labor. And again, this is something that goes back to the 19th century, but is still true at the present. And so this is, in a sense, the show shows the interconnection between questions of labor rights and the history of kind of labor struggles and ecological questions that have to do with the sourcing or the extracting of materials from distant places across the world, and also the trade across the world. So let's say in the 19th century, the involvement of women and children in the rag, the cotton rag processing, which was essential for the development of cotton rag paper, without which photography couldn't have really existed. This was mostly done by the kind of urban poor women, children, unregulated laborers, and this was a very important part of the history of photography, which we normally don't think about when we consider the history of photography, and we also don't think about necessarily when we look at an image from the 19th century. In a similar way, today, when we look at digital images, we don't necessarily think about the carbon emissions that are involved in the servers where we host these images, and we don't necessarily think about the mining of rare earths that is essential for the production of our phones and our computers, which allow us to produce these images but also share them. So in a similar way, this show tries to kind of invert, in a way, the way we tell a story about the history of photography and show how ecology and labor has always been intertwined, and how photography can maybe show us or teach us something about our relationship to the environment, not necessarily through what it shows, but also through what it hides, in a sense, in the images that we look at.